Hey everybody, welcome back to Alternative America. Hope you're having a sweet day today. The discovery of oil in California. It's causing people to flock to the state, hoping to find jobs in this booming industry. Apparently oil has been discovered in California. Oh boy. Encourage this trend. Oil is the future. And we get plus 50% oil industry employees and more migration attraction for California. Or, caution, that much may yet change in California. And I believe this is probably a good one. Let's just be cautious. Things might change in California. So let's go ahead and do that. So California has now a source of oil, at least that's what it said. And I don't... Oh, there it is. Yep. And this is already known, but I believe this has gone up. I think that number has risen. I'm not entirely sure. Oil right now on the market is at a slight discount, with transportation being basically zero and engines being a little bit pricey. But I think we can do something with that. So I can expand the oil sector a little bit in there because we're going to start using more of it anyway. Let me go to my buildings really quick. And I just want to check my rice farms and just see if we're using, what kind of equipment are we using here? Nothing I can do there in terms of getting this. This is what I want. In compression ignition tractors, I could use basically have all my wheat farms use this. And the substitution of doing this will net me an extra 2.2 thousand. It's going to use more oil. We're expanding that anyway. It's going to use less coal and less tools, which is great, but it will use more engines. So we're going to need to expand our engines as well. Just a little bit there. And then the coal mines also need to go up. We're going to raise it in basically everywhere because it's, pretty productive everywhere. But let's give some of the western states and southern states that I don't pay much attention to a little bit of love there. So we'll give them a little bit of extra stuff there too. And then the livestock ranches, we could start to look at maybe getting them mechanized slaughterhouses. We'll use more tools though. I don't have a need for more meat, so never mind. Yeah, we can afford to consume more grain though. So let's keep the other prices cheap just a little bit here. That might be too cheap. I like the fabric. I don't necessarily like the fertilizer. What's the market look like in terms of fabric right now? Fabric is at a 7% discount. Okay, it's no big deal. I'm expanding the coal market anyway. Look at my construction queue. We're using 310,000 at a time right now. Gold reserves is at 11.5 million now. But look at this construction queue. I love it. Paved roads being unlocked means more infrastructure for everybody. And just like that, we have a lot less debt, a lot less deficit with the same amount of construction. Oh, you gotta love it. We're able to do 3 full pages at once now. Actually, I think I saw progress on a page further down on page 4. So I think I can do almost 4 complete pages of construction queue right now, which is kind of wild. So as we continue to build out the country and sort of equalize everything, it will become much easier to react quickly with this much construction possibility. I like it. Oh, City of Plenty in Des Moines, Iowa. The high society in Des Moines, Iowa. Yes, I like this. Let them celebrate. No sense in getting their expectations higher. Just let them celebrate. It's fine. Let's take a look down here. Do we have a lot of radicalism? I mean, not nearly as much as in turmoil now. There are still a couple of areas we could work on a bit. I think the textile mills will be helpful. Paper mills should go up actually because I've been using a lot more paper lately, so we could maybe increase this. Let's get a rotary valve engine going there and maybe up that by a couple of levels. And we're gonna start trying to get any remaining supply that we want to add to the market. We're gonna get places like Mexico to do that instead. Like Baja California, there's nothing going on over here, right? So we could maybe get some coffee on the market. Coffee looks like it's at a big time need here, so let's just get all 9. We'll just max this out and use all of our available arable land here. Just use it all on coffee. There you go. Because I can do these other things other places, right? We'll do that all on coffee, and then Baja California will just specialize in coffee here. Get a couple more levels on the government administration building, and we can switch it to telephone switchboards. That's not a big deal. And then I'm thinking down here, get a couple construction sector. We're gonna need them to have a railway a little bit there to help with the infrastructure. I can add a port too. And then I don't think I need a naval base here right now. Taking a look really quick at the market prices for wood, 5% is not big of a deal. This hardwood is 16.9% inflated. So why don't we get 2 of the logging camps and we'll get you prioritized on hardwood for now. That'll give you some jobs. And then for more wood, we can go into the Rio Grande, I guess. And we could switch you to hardwood production along with giving you the rail carts and the chainsaws, and then up you by a couple of levels. And this will probably help stabilize the price of hardwood once that's built. Electricity still pricey. So I went ahead and I went into, where was it? Alabama, Mississippi? One of these places. Maybe it was Arkansas. I think it was Arkansas. Yeah, the power plant in Arkansas. I have this set to auto expand now. And I'm going to try this feature out a little bit. I haven't necessarily wanted it, but basically it says the building auto expands whenever these conditions are true. Cash reserves of all power plants is greater than 95%. So if they're cash flush, expand the industry, right? Market access in Arkansas is greater than 50%. That's 100%. And remaining duration of American construction queue is less than 26 weeks. Currently, it's only 2 weeks out. So like literally everything in my construction queue will be done in 2 weeks. So this will automatically expand. And we're going to have power plants expanding there. Now I'm going to do the same thing in Pennsylvania, but I was going to do it with the steel mills. And you can see that the steel industry is kind of struggling right now because I went ahead and added a lot of steel production throughout the whole United States. I'm going to go into iron production, actually. Let's do this with the iron industry. So Kentucky has iron mines right now, and they're pretty productive. So we're going to tell this to auto expand as well. But I'm going to bump it up a couple of levels anyway. And we'll have this auto expand as it needs to. We'll go into Illinois. I'm going to go down to the lead mines. I'm going to tell this to auto expand as well. So if these industries start to get really cash flush, like they're swimming in money, then chances are they're swimming in money because their outputs have a high price. And because of that, we need to expand that industry anyway. So I can have some of these guys be in auto expansion when needed. So if the automobile industry in Detroit, for example, is booming and they're swimming in cash, and it looks like, you know, we're doing really well here, if their cash reserves are really high, we can go ahead and have them auto expand, make more cars, right? And we can do this with a lot of different industries, right? So I'm looking at that as a possibility. The arts industries, for example, swimming in money right now, right? Fine art is quite expensive. So we could look at that and say, you know what? Ooh, what's up with all this? Oh, we get more capitalists. I like that. Oh, but now we're having a hard time hiring or what? Unable to fully hire? Really? I can get the Arts Academy to do it too. Let's up this by a couple of levels here. And then also in New York, we'll up it by a little bit too. I also want the tool industry to be going and expanding automatically as well. So now you can see it added it automatically. It's going to expand until it doesn't need to expand anymore. I'm going to also bring assembly lines into this to make it even more efficient. There we go. So we're going to have some of these industries are going to expand themselves because they're so profitable. We can afford to do that. And so I'm gonna start doing that with some of these states. So there's a little less micromanagement involved in them. I think once we get the country kind of where I want it, there's a little less need to go through every single state and micromanage every single state, right? We don't need to do that. So that's what we're gonna work on now. So the coal industry, I think that's the next thing I want to look at and getting to happen here. So the coal mines, for example, they're cash flush. There's so much cash reserve here. They should be able to auto expand. And so we'll see them hopefully start to auto expand. There it goes. And maybe this will bring industries into a reality in which the market will kind of start to balance itself in a lot of these key industries and these key resources that we're using, because again, it's micromanaging at this point. Before, it wasn't a problem. I really wanted to focus on individual sectors at a time to really have that fine-tuned control. I wanted that. But now that I've got so many individual states to deal with, certain parts, I think we can definitely do that. Glassworks, I think, is another one where porcelain is very expensive. And so this industry is going to be very flush with cash. I'm going to expand it by 3, and then I'm going to tell it to auto expand. And the glassworks down there. I think Wisconsin, you have a good chemical plant, I think is what we had with Wisconsin. So we'll tell you to auto expand. And then North Dakota, I think we'll go ahead and expand your power plants. And I think power plants in general should have that set so that I don't have to keep worrying about it. And then we have fishing wharfs. I think our fish are not that expensive. Yeah, 4. And you're also getting A huge discount on steamers right now. We should export steamers. I think I want to do that. Export steamers. We'll send it to the Spanish. I have a lot of inactive trade routes here with the French, so let's just go ahead and gut those. And yeah, I think I can handle the steel industry, iron industry, etc. We can handle those pretty easily. Luxury furniture. Hello. Whoa. Really? Luxury furniture. Let's go down to one of these areas. How about Guadalajara here? Guadalajara is in turmoil. They don't have anything good going on, but furniture industry is actually booming for them. So this would be a good idea for us to expand the furniture industry in Guadalajara. They have good paying jobs here. So we'll just go ahead and bump this up a couple of levels and then tell it to auto expand itself. And then Baja California is struggling again. Their pops are starting to get radicalized. I think once they get access to the infrastructure, it should be in okay shape here. And I don't really think I need to incorporate them, at least not yet. 90% access to the American market. That gets worked out very fast as the railroad gets completed. Speaking of which, the first transcontinental railway between the Atlantic and the Pacific is complete. The door is open for greater settlement of the American West. Yes, we will settle the Great Plains. Look at all of this. Wow. So this is what happens when you get a railway in all the states that connect from the east to the west, huh? The West Coast shall be just as prosperous as the East. This will add a lot of migration attraction to the western states. Wow. Or the Great Plains. I mean, I think I have to choose one or the other. That sucks. Well, let's assume that everyone moving to the western states will stop on the way to in the Midwest as well. West Coast, she'll be just as prosperous because these guys need more work anyway. So we'll get these guys going. And then Utah is over here, and they don't have hardly anything going on in Utah. So let's get something going on in Utah. In case you're wondering why I'm saying it that way, just watch Wild Wild West one of these times. Actually, no, let's not do the furniture industry here. I don't want to take it away from Mexico. Let's go with the university for starters. So we get qualifications. And then, let's do Glassworks. Get a philosophy department here. Let's do Glassworks here, and we'll, yeah, focus on whatever we can focus on to get more porcelain. I guess it's just bone china. Yeah, we have to figure out exactly how that's working, but we'll get something going in Utah as well. Let's see. 28.8 or 28.08. As this expands, as we get more jobs in Guadalajara, I suspect that the turmoil will go away. This looks like I'm also not really paying much attention to the Yucatan Peninsula. Coffee's still expensive. Looks like it still is, so let's go ahead and get this to be an auto-expanding industry as well. When your cash is good, you can go ahead and just grow. And then the engines industry, we need to do something about that too. Let's implement, I think, antibiotics. We're going to go antibiotics, and then I want to search for our next colonization target, which will hopefully have opium. So we're going to take a look and see where we can get opium from, because we need to either get a good relationship with them. We don't necessarily need to... Oh, wait, what? I'm not able to... I can't adjust that. Oh, it's not mine. This is El Salvador. I'm like, why are you not working the rubber plantations? Glass works. Yeah, I'll upgrade this too. I'll just have that auto-expand too. So the Yucatan Peninsula, we're going to get that going. Government administration, so we can tax people. And I don't need to incorporate or anything like that right now. So that should help the turmoil here too. It's only 28%. That should help it. I think sugar is a reasonable price at the moment, but we need engines. And I'm not thinking of like making train engines over here. I'm actually kind of thinking just expanding the areas we already have for doing that. But also the western states are going to need something. And I think Arizona. You don't have a lot going on, right? You got tooling, and that's cool and all. There's not a lot of jobs for people in Arizona. So I'm going to go ahead and get them working on motor industries as well. We're going to have them focusing on engine production, so we're not doing the trains. And then we can also get on to diesel engines, which, what does that do for me, I wonder? If I switch Alabama to diesel engines, does this increase the number? Oh, it does, greatly. It uses a lot more oil and a lot more steel, unfortunately, but it will use more oil. We can handle with the steel. I think we're going to switch to diesel. This will add a lot more engines to the market, and now engines are going to be discounted. Okay, so... Sorry, Arizona. It's okay. We just need to use more engines now, right? So let's go to the buildings really quick and see if we can use more engines. So I'm thinking we take a look at maybe our food industries could use them. Nothing like that? What about naval bases? Naval bases, we have the monitors already. We're currently down to destroyers, which are consuming more ironclads. I suppose I should make more ironclads, right? Is it in Maine? Shipyards. We're making ironclads here? Yeah. Maine is making ironclads. And so far, ironclads seem to be at a pretty decent price there. We can upgrade this a little bit. I think I do want to sell steamers. I do want to get an export route for our engines, it looks like, as well. So, export route for engines, we can do it with the Chinese market. Probably better to make friends with the British. But we'll do it with the Dutch, because I might need to go to war with the British to get Canada. We'll do that. And then China as well is good. So we'll export our excess engines, which should make us even more money. We can export our excess rubber, although I think we're going to be expanding, so maybe not just yet. And then all of our luxury furniture and goods are actually quite expensive, so we need to look at that too. Textile mills. I think there's some improvements we could do to our textile mills. We can go into electric sewing machines with all of them, which will greatly increase the number of clothing on the market. And we're going to need to do a couple of things to make that balanced in cost, including expanding electricity. Then we can go elastics, which will make a ton more luxury clothes. Off you go. Everyone gets elastics. That will also expand the demand. The demand for rubber will now go up, which will help our rubber industry. And let's also get... yeah, we could expand this. Now we have a greater demand for engines and less demand for coal. I like it. Now we don't need to export our engines. So we can also go into our engine export real quick and just gut that. Sorry, false alarm. Not going to send you engines anymore. Goodbye. All right. Mechanization of farming. Let's take a look. The grand project of mechanizing agriculture throughout the United States of America is complete. Never before has such abundant yields been tallied. Distribute surplus of food to the poor. Ooh, I like this. +3 minimum wealth. I love that. But could yields be even higher? They could. I am going to help the poor. You have a lot of poor in this country. I'm going to help them. Let's give the extra food to the poor and dramatically reduce the radicalism. What's going on over here? Huh? Is it DC or Maryland? Which one of you guys are red? DC. What is going on with you, DC? You guys just perpetually unhappy? What are you doing here? Huh? Look here. I'll give you all the good stuff for your place. Okay, look. Now you got good stuff in your city center. All right? Don't you love me? Don't you love me? You got good stuff. Right? Yeah, so the inputs are a little bit expensive for electricity, blah, blah, blah. We'll get that, but still, come on now. You could do this. Expand a little bit here, and then let me just check out the demand really quick for motor vehicles, because I see 0 here, and I don't like it. Well, as the tooling gets expanded, as it will, electricity is already going up. I'm already expanding that right now. So that'll change. Temporarily, let's subsidize you. No? I can't subsidize you? There you go. Temporarily, let's subsidize you. This will keep you going. This will keep you purring. And we can get you going there. So we're going to subsidize by 15,000, 16,000 until we can get you on your feet. And I think maybe we can go diesel engines even and really take down the price of engines, which is not what I want to do, I guess. Because engines is already discounted. So we'll wait on that. But, increasing the demand for automobiles is what we really need to do. And the demand for automobiles is really, honestly, it's only military. Military is are the only people that use these things, unfortunately. So we're going to do motorized reconnaissance for our conscription centers. And we could do mobile artillery, I'll just do this. Let's just do this. Trench infantry, skirmish infantry. Okay, so we'll just do that. And then we want to get to, I guess we could also get more officers, more goods. They're just going to cost me more money. But it takes less servicemen, so I suppose that's fine. Yeah, more morale damage, sea lane strategies. Okay, fine. Is there anything I can do to increase the demand of engines? Not engine. Well, engines too, yes, but I guess diesel trains will just add more transportation. They'll use a lot more engines, but we're not ready. We don't need to just universally do that, though. It's really just like nobody's personally buying cars, I guess, which is a little odd, but all right. Steam donkey, rail transportation, iron mines, diesel pump, etc., etc. Go. And lead mines, we could go diesel pump here too. Adds more need for oil. Yep. Don't stand in the way of progress, lead mines. There we go. All right, and then the oil industry needs to go up. Now I can't do it anymore with Kansas. Kansas is tapped out now. That's it. No more oil there. So we need to go to, I think, California, and we'll increase this by, let's say 7 for now. Okay, let's say 10 for now in California. And yeah, I think we can go ahead and take California and just say auto expand when you can. Arizona, you have got gold mines, so we want to get those operational as well. And then the motor industries, I mean, you're just going to be making things that are cheap already, you know? So maybe I should export engines. We'll give the engines to the Dutch and Russian markets for now. Just so that we have a way of getting those industries to be profitable. A good vintage. The wine produced in Jalisco. Is it Jalisco or Jalisco? I'm pretty sure it's in South America. It's right there, actually. Yeah, there it is. Good vintage. So make an exclusive product for export. Ooh, more building wine output. I like this better because our wine output needs to be higher. Definitely. So we want to get our maize farms. Yep, your wine output is going to increase now, is what it said. So let's up this and make that wine even more special for everyone. Banana plantation, get you on the rails. And what do we have for infrastructure here? We could use a little bit of an expansion to that, I think. So we'll go in and we'll get you a railway. Yes, absolutely. I can also get you a port, give me more trade routes and more convoys, if you will. That's fine. And then, yeah, we'll just up those maize farms a little bit more to really just get that wine into the market because that makes it more inexpensive. It makes it work better. Take a look at our GDP. It's just almost a vertical line at this point, you guys. And we are now almost twice Great Britain. France has been pummeled somehow. But we're almost twice Great Britain now. We are getting way up there. It's cruising. We're now number 3 in the world, GDP per capita. We're getting even more efficient at doing what we're doing as well. We just need to get a little bit more and we'll take number 2. And then Belgium is quite far ahead. I didn't know the Belgians were so efficient with what they do, but they are. We have an uncertain initiator. So it looks to me like Canadian Proletariat Revolt is trying to gain their independence from Great Britain. Canada! Canada wants their independence from Great Britain. Why am I on the Great Britain side? Abandon support for Great Britain, yes! Yes, absolutely abandon support for Great Britain. We are going to join the Canadians. Yes, help them gain their independence. Let's go. Wait, Canada's here though. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So I'm going to, just this one part wants to break free. This is gonna be sweet. Oh, dude, I'm gonna fight against Great Britain on this one. Am I? I think I am. Oh, we're gonna help you out, Canada. We're coming to the front lines with you. Let's go. Let's help them. Quick. Generals, mobilize. Yes, mobilize. Help Canada, quickly. We want to advance the front, don't we? Defend the front, advance the front. I don't care, just do something. Do this. And, let's see. Ooh, is this part of it? Is this part? Oh, this is Canada. We want to take this. Oh, this is still the Great Britain part. I thought this was like, oh, damn it, I misread this. I don't know how I misread this. I thought the green part was the part that was staying. The red part was going to be what was breaking through. And I was going to like, you know, they get their independence. We help them. We get in their good graces. And then we don't have to fight the British for this is what I thought. But it looks like this part's the part that's staying with the British, which is fine. I'm just going to help them. So let's go advance the front. Go. Everyone go. Advance the front. Help them. Help Canada get their independence. Yes. It's a revolt against the British part 2. Advance the front at once. Everyone go. I love it. Should we get conscripts in this? I mean, the British are coming, right? I mean, they're going to have a lot of people. So I think we should probably get our conscripts involved in this too. Scandinavia is involved in this, which has some military. There's 60 units there. Whether they'll be able to get here or not, I have no idea. But we're definitely switching sides. Sorry, Great Britain. We're switching sides. Love your face, but no. Sorry. And Canada is our ally, aren't they? So this will be very antagonistic, won't it? Nobody can trust the United States. Nope. Can't trust me. Can't trust me. I'm going to say we get some conscription centers in the Midwest here. Hi, steam turbine. We can get coal-fired power plants now and just greatly increase our power output. Let's get all the conscripts in this area that have at least a little bit to do with Canada here. You're nearby Canada. You should be activated for this. So there you go. Everybody else is a little far away, so you don't necessarily need to worry about that. But we'll get everything that's like nearby Canada activated, sure. All right, let's see what happens here. We have cocky. Oh, they feel good. And actually, Great Britain's a little uncertain now. Oh, look at this, though. Look at how many people are on the fence now. This war could be enormous. I feel like we should profit from this. Munitions. Increase production at once. Artillery, where are you? Where's my weapons manufacturing? Artillery, steel, motor industries need to go higher. Assembly line on all motor industries, please. Nope, not that. You could go diesel engines, but I prefer not to yet. You know, we should do radio production too, I think. Probably a good idea. Maybe later. Arms industries. Breech loaders. More artillery, less small arms. I'm in. And actually, I can't do all of them like that. So let's just do smooth. Yeah, cannons on this one. Yeah, these guys are all really low production, but they're about to not be. They're going to be producing soon. Don't you worry. War is coming. War is coming. A big war for Canada's independence. Canada has a lot of area here that they want their independence. And we are currently at 100% advantage on this front. We have a little bit of advantage on that front. A little bit of an advantage on this front too. So looks pretty good. We're not sending anyone over to that front. I probably should. Let's go help them over there too. Go help them over there. All right. Now, when this war starts, we're going to get our Navy to patrol this area to see if we can stop the British from coming over here. And, or at least get in their way a little bit. But I do need more ships. I feel like my ports are just a little inadequate to protect me. And I have all this money. So, I mean, I'm back up to 23 million in my gold reserves. So I feel like, you know, getting more Navy bases just seems like the way to go here. So we'll just kind of upgrade our Navy bases a little bit here. You know, and maybe, I don't know, yeah, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, even Texas, we can raise this up. Just really get our bases to be huge. All right, I think that's a way to go. Oil is going to start getting more expensive because war is happening, but luckily I have like a ton of oil rigs being built in our queue, and I think they're almost done. In fact, I think they just finished. I think they just finished, and lots of naval bases being expanded here too. Let's go into the power plant in Arkansas, and we're going to change your production method to coal fire, which is going to add even more electricity to the market. There you go. All right. So what's going to happen here? War is breaking out. Who are we against? It is us and the Canadian part that wants to break free versus Great Britain, Canada, Scandinavia, And the Netherlands are in on this. All right, to arms then, folks. To arms. Theodore Sinclair, I want you to raid convoys in this area. Go. I want... oh, I need more admirals. I need more admirals. Excuse me, Navy. Hire more admirals, please. Let's get Dixie. I want hedonist, supply consumption, dockyard organizer. Okay, this is weird. So he's a hedonist, which adds to your supply consumption, but your dockyard organizer reduces supply consumption. You just kind of cancel yourself out, don't you? You, raid convoys, go. All right, next. Navy. Let's get somebody else in here. You from the armed forces, Imperious commander. Like this, good. You there. New guy. You get there. This guy's a romantic. I don't know exactly how that's going to be good for me, but raid convoys. Keep going. Keep raiding convoys. And then I want to patrol the coast. What we're currently doing, patrolling the coast. Patrol this coast, I guess, but I can't imagine who's going to come into this side, but maybe they will. Let's just protect our supply lines over here on this side. Okay. In fact, you know what? Actually, because we're at war, somebody needs to escort our convoy. So let's protect our shipping lanes instead. How does that work, though? Select headquarters to patrol towards. Protect shipping lanes between Dixie and Iberia, between Dixie and Great Britain. I don't think so. You know, I don't think so. I think we're just gonna go all out raid convoys for Great Britain and the Netherlands. Go. So Great Britain and Netherlands are coming through here with their convoys to try to get in here, and they're trying to reinforce these lines. So we're going to go over there and we're going to try to help them so that they cannot reinforce those lines. So let's see how the war is going. We have a lot more troops over here than we need, a lot more. Looks like Nathaniel Cox. I think I'm going to move you. Let's have you advance a different front if possible. Can I move you? Can I move you somewhere else? Can I get you over, let's say, over here? Let's get you to attack this front actually over here instead. I know that's a long way to go, and you were just mobilized over here, but we're going to move you over there because I think we can. All right, so let's see how the war is going. This is a much bigger thing than I thought it was going to be. Canada wants its independence from Great Britain. Isn't that wonderful? We're going to push the lines here. I wish I could just take over this territory right now. It wasn't my war, so whatever. Looks like we're winning this. Looks like we're barely winning this, but our people are on the way. Don't worry. And then we're also taking out supply lines here. And I'm wondering if I can see that in action. Can I see this in action? Raiding convoys. This should be hostile supply networks, Great Britain and Netherlands. And then this is also the same thing. So I'm raiding their convoys, trying to get into this area to reinforce their troops is what I'm hopefully trying to do here. Yeah, already signed to that order. So that's what we're hoping to try here. So let's see. Looks like we're successful here. I like it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Yep, move it in. There we good. That's very good. This part here, we're holding the line. Pretty nice. Yeah, we're clearing them out. The British don't stand a chance. Rubber rush. Hey, cool. Rubber has been successfully grown in Oaxaca. I don't actually know how to say that word. The fragile nature of these trees and their difficult to meet conditions make this achievement exceptionally important. Cool. Migration attraction to Oaxaca. It's got to be over here. I have no idea how to say this. I'm sorry. I'm going to butcher the hell out of this. My bad. But we have more migration to this area. The Rio Grande, okay, these guys are complaining. They don't have sulfur, dye, or dye. So, dyes you're producing locally, so we'll just increase that by, let's say, 6. So that should take care of that. The Glassworks is currently waiting for dye, so again, that will take care of that. I think we were importing dye, and now that we're at war, that's a problem. Yeah, I think opium is also a thing here. Where were you getting this initially? Supply shortage of opium and automobiles. Opium. Where were you getting this? And our conscription centers need opium. I don't have it yet. I don't have opium. Is everyone complaining about opium? Automobiles, sulfur. Wow, everybody's complaining about supply shortages. One moment, please. While I deal with our supply shortages. Sulfur mines. You're all using dynamite now. Congratulations. Every single one of you are using this. Now we have much more production. You're welcome, world. Iowa, increase. Wisconsin, Minnesota, Michigan, and Texas. They're all going up to get more sulfur. What's going on with the automobile industry? We don't need to subsidize you anymore, that's for sure, because automobiles are skyrocketing. All right, let's just expand you then. We're good? All right. How's our war going? Ooh. So, British war reparations. It looks to me like this peace treaty that just happened is against Great Britain. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, looks like Great Britain lost that war too. If I'm reading that correctly, I think they lost that war. East Siberia interest removed. Import route for ammunition. Oh, so the Canadian revolt started an import route for ammunition in the American market. Oh, that's why ammunition went sky high. Because the Canadians want my ammo. Yeah. Like, look at all these supply shortages now everywhere. Automobiles die. Everything that's military based is all super restricted now, right? And that's to be expected. War creates a very tumultuous environment for a lot of supply lines. And what will happen is you will expand your motor industries someplace. You will expand so that you can have more of that stuff on the market. And then what will happen after that point is that it just plummets. The demand plummets. And you're left with industries that are way too big for their own britches, you know? So that's why we need to get good, solid, international, I guess is what it is, supply routes and also trade routes so that we can export additional weapons and ammunition when we're not at war, and additional engines and vehicles and stuff. We can export that to the rest of the world who are at war. And then when we are getting a war ourselves, we just pull our supply back and use our own supply. And that's kind of what we need to start doing here. And it looks like the oil rigs in Alberta, which are not mine. Thought I was clicking Kentucky. For some reason I wasn't. So automobiles, just everywhere automobiles are a problem right now. We're just going to increase this by a ton and then just watch the demand die. Okay, good. Everybody's fighting here. Looks like, it does look like we're winning. Although I don't need this many people on this line. Christopher, I want you to advance to a different line. Go to this line. Stop the British. Stop the British at once. They're coming in. Get them out of here. Wait, looks like this line needs help. This side needs more help. Shoot. You. Go to this line? Is it this one? Where is this front? Get over there. Yeah, go over there. I don't know where that front is, but we need to go help it. We're still stopping supply lines through here, so I think we should be winning this. This is a pretty wild war, but it's kind of all over the place. I know that there's been some contentiousness about the changes they've made in war in this game relative to how it was in Victoria 2. And I can see, like, you know, civilization, for example, might be, I think, a better war system because you can actually see your units and stuff. Hearts of Iron 4, etc. All those games. But I think one thing to remember, and maybe I'm not right on this. So if I'm not right on this, then, you know, so be it. But I don't believe this game is as much dependent on the war mechanics to be a successful game. I think this game is more of an economics game and a political game than it is a war game. But that said, politics and economics, these are simply parts of what war is caused by these things, right? So it's always going to be a part of the game. And I think that is a good, it's a good argument that the war system could maybe use some improvement, because it is ultimately just looking at numbers go up and progress bars, right? And I think seeing some more graphical, there's the opportunities here for, you know, graphical things to take place. If nothing else, give me cutscenes on certain events that are happening and news from the front lines. Maybe give me newspapers that are distributed every week telling me how certain things are going. Even if that was the case, even if you didn't want to animate things, that's still a really cool way of doing it, I think. And I would love to see that. Newspapers from the front lines. You know, one of the things I can't ask this of people in the comments, but like one of the cool things I've liked about, you know, some commenters in my comment sections, they create stories. And they go out there and they write these, you know, not really monologues necessarily, but they write stories that I think really are just really awesome. You know, really awesome stories. I'm actually going to pull back here. We can have our other industries. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do next here. Our other industries that are making automobiles, right? If we take a look at our market, what's the demand right now? All these inactive trade routes. They might actually start up again once the war is over with, so I'm going to leave them. But I want to see what is the current price of engines. Not cars, just engines. 5% discounted. So I think what I can do is I'm going to go into one of my power plants. Or not power plants. I'm going to go into one of my motor industries here. Yeah. And I'm going to change another motor industry that's not just Detroit. I'm going to get Illinois or maybe Alabama. That's the biggest one. Get Alabama to begin to create automobile production. Now, this is going to hopefully have a good impact on the price of automobiles for the war right now. We'll get 2 more industries hitting automobiles as hard as they can. And with that, we should see fully employed conscription centers everywhere. And we should see we should see our army do much better now because we don't have a deficit, if you will. We don't have a supply problem with automobiles. And so we should be even more successful now in war. I am hoping anyway. And it does look like we are winning, by the way. We're winning quite well. We're currently seeing our side. If I can get this to look... This is just... It's overlapping my score. I can't hardly see the score. But you can see it over here. It's 74.8. This is overlapping, so... Whoops. But we are defending our area a lot, and we don't need to defend it this much, to be honest. So I'm thinking maybe we get... Yeah, let's get these fronts moving more over here. If you could please, yeah, Nathan, can you take yourself over here on this side? And just yeah, go with that really quick. I know it's like not a lot to do there, but just do as much as you can. And so, because we don't need 317 against 15 soldiers here. I mean, this is like completely unnecessary right now. This front is almost not even needed. Because this is the contended territory here. This is the territory that it just so happens that this front right here, it stretches all the way around like this. So I guess if I move you here, it's the same thing, I guess. No, actually it doesn't. So it looks like this front is only our nation and this. Yeah. Okay, so that's how that front works. The white highlighted area as I hover over top of this. So this is still good though. We're definitely dominating this, and this isn't even a front anymore. We've claimed this now. It's done. And I think we got this war in the bag. I think we're good. The wine produced in West Virginia has been lauded by sommeliers as outstanding. Yes, West Virginia has good wine. Let's increase that wine output as well, because I have not had... The following war goals were enforced on the Netherlands. The Netherlands are out. Very good. They've dipped out. Wine is now finally under control at just 5% above its equilibrium price. Love it. So now we just need to make more luxury furniture and stuff. And we go into furniture production. I can probably find a place where that could happen. Mechanized workshops would give me more furniture, but I want luxury furniture. And that part is a little harder to get, it looks like. Get more. Let's get assembly lines on all this stuff, actually. Scandinavia has capitulated, so it's just Great Britain now. And you guys are screwed. Yes, we're gonna win this. Easy. Got no more soldiers here. Very good. Tried to come over on our front line. No, you can't do that. Nope, you sure can't. Simon, go help these guys right now. And we'll get, let's see, who else? Let's say Adna. Get you to help defend this line too. Hold that line and allow other forces to proceed to progress it even more. So looks like I think the war is done, isn't it? There are still 2 active fronts, but I'm thinking it's pretty much over now. I mean, Great Britain's not gonna be able to come over here. Like, they can't stop this. Like, how are you gonna get in here? You're gonna go through this little bit here? I guess that's the only way. The only way you're getting in here, but you're definitely not getting here, so you're gonna have to come all the way from this side, I guess. Antibiotics investment is unlocked. Let's take a look. Institutions. What's our health system like right now? We're at just 1. I'm thinking, again, like, Population growth is already kind of extreme, but why don't we invest a little more in our healthcare system? And then workplace safety office, we can bring that one level up, and then colonial growth, I'll bring that one level up. So, because we can afford this stuff. As soon as we're not in war anyway, we can afford this. Because, like, again, line go up on my GDP as well. Look at this. GDP per capita, we are now #1 in the world. We've done it. We are now #1 in the world in both American total GDP per year as well as our per capita. We have done it. 6.68 is not great, but like I guess for 1900, it's not bad, I guess. Yes, done. That's it. It's over. Canada. 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 Yes. And you are your own nation now. Congratulations, Canada. We are happy to help. Just remember your friends, United States. Remember us. Yes, yes, yes. Remember us. They won't take a trade agreement though for some reason. Oh, but this is good. This is great. Canada got their own independence. Now it's just this little tiny bit here. That's Great Britain. Aw, poor Great Britain. They really are upset, aren't they? Queen Victoria. She's just so. Oh my God. She's so mad. She can't believe it. How could she have trusted us? All right, that I think is a great place to stop this video. So Canada got their independence, and now we just have to figure out how to get these 3 states away from them. And that's it. I mean, I'd be willing to give you Alberta if you just want to give me this, right? I'll trade you Alberta for this. I can't do that. I wish I could do that. Like, just open up a negotiations to trade land with them. They might take this little bit of Alberta here, and then, yeah. Oh, well, this is a good place to stop, though, guys. So Canada got their independence, for the most part, from the British. A lot of work to do, I'm sure. They have a lot of stuff that they need to take care of in their own soil now. But, hey, if you need any advice on how to, you know, start yourself off a country of your own after you getting independence from Great Britain, just give us a call. All right, us guys are people from the South. We know how this works, okay? We're aware of how this works. And see, now that we're no longer in wartime, the automobile industry has been absolutely decimated, right? That's what happens. So we're going to go back over to our motor industries. We're going to change Alabama back to engine production, Illinois back to engine production, and then we're going to open up trade routes to export. And let's just get rid of all the inactive ones for now. We're going to open up trade routes to export our engines, because we have a lot, and we're going to send them to Italy. And then we're going to also have our trade routes, I think, probably exporting automobiles. Here it is. And we're going to send those to the British. They can have them. There you go. Great Britain's going to take our automobiles. And that should help save Detroit from the embarrassment of not being flush with cash during a peacetime by exporting them out. And I think that's going to be good. And then we could maybe go into electric engines, which would require our electricity sector, our power plants and stuff to be improved as well. So we can increase the hydroelectric power plant in Michigan, and then we're also going to go in and get the coal-fired power plant that's in Arkansas. It's already expanding itself, but we're going to add up a couple levels here too. All right. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of this video. We now have 22.5 million loyalists, and look at how green this place is now. Fixed that pretty quick, didn't we? Still have, obviously we still have red. This is gonna last for a decade, probably longer, but we're gonna slowly start getting them integrated in the American way of life, and I think they're gonna see the light soon, huh? Standard of living up to 17.3 on average, 82+% literacy, dominating the world GDP. Although Hamburg and Bhopal there, they did kind of got themselves up a little bit, didn't they? Huh? GDP per capita has gone down after war. Apparently, our citizens do better during war. I'm sure that's not how it is. I'm kidding, but it's one of those things where it's going to fluctuate as economic conditions change. Let's go for modern financial instruments next, and this will really secure us. And after that point, I think I'm going to spend a lot of time in the military tree, because again, I want to get, I need landing crafts, submarines. I need to start colonizing. We need to find a good source of opium, ladies and gentlemen. Good source of opium somewhere. We're going to find opium, all right? And I will look for that, and you will see me next time, where I will have a plan to obtain a good quantity of opium. Just as we got a good quantity of rubber, we shall get a good quantity of opium as well, and improve our medical industries even more with that. I think that will be a great, great thing, okay? So take it easy. Love your faces. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Rubber is going to be great everywhere. It's going to be fun. Take care. Bye-bye.